Hold on, if you thought the drama was finished, you're in for a wild ride. Baby, this whole situation is just heating up. What went down at Papoose and Claressa Shields' so-called private wedding felt less like a romantic ceremony and more like a messy mix between a Tyler Perry film and a Zeus Network meltdown. Picture this: flying wigs, a furious Remy Ma shouting across the room, and Papoose standing frozen at the altar like he was Elsa from Frozen. Let me ask you, what do you get when you combine a bitter ex, a world champion boxer, and a wedding that wasn't even supposed to be public? You guessed it, complete chaos, betrayal, and enough tension to shut down all 5 boroughs of New York City. But here's where it gets even crazier. Remy Ma didn't just crash this wedding, sis stormed it. She pulled up, snatched Claressa in front of everyone like it was a WWE SmackDown match, and Papoose? My guy looked like his brain hit the pause button. We're talking leaked videos, secret invites, and a lace front left behind like it fell in battle. You are not ready for what really happened behind those velvet curtains. Stick around, because what's coming next might just be the wildest celebrity ambush of the year. Let's rewind this messy fairy tale from the beginning. And no, this story doesn't start with once upon a time. It begins with Remy Ma's name missing from the guest list. Now, imagine this: a quiet, beautifully decorated ballroom hidden in the hills outside Atlanta. The place glows softly under candlelight. Violins are playing sweet melodies, and guests are smiling, admiring how stunning the bride looks. Everything seems picture perfect, almost too perfect. But in the world of hip-hop royalty, if things seem too calm, you better believe a storm is brewing close by. The bride? None other than Claressa Shields' 2-time Olympic gold medalist turned reality TV sensation. And the groom? Papoose, the man who's built his image around being the king of loyalty. Or so everyone thought. Now, why was this wedding kept a secret? Well, according to the streets, Claressa didn't want any outside drama. In plain English, she wanted Remy Ma kept far, far away. But Remy isn't just any ex. We're talking Bronx royalty here. This is a woman who did a 7-year prison stretch, came out in stilettos, and had a recording contract waiting for her like nothing happened. So how did everything fall apart? Sources say an anonymous caterer with loose lips and strong Wi-Fi connections spilled the tea. Apparently, Remy found out about the secret wedding because a mutual friend posted a private Snap story and forgot to block her. Big mistake. And trust, Remy didn't take that lightly. She pulled up to the wedding, no invite, no warning, no chill, wearing red heels, a long trench coat, and a mission written all over her face. Witnesses say she looked a security guard dead in the eye and said, "Don't touch me, I've got history with the groom," before storming inside like it was the final round of a rap battle. At that moment, Claressa was in the middle of giving a heartfelt toast. She had a microphone in one hand, a champagne glass in the other, and the guests were clapping along. That's when the entire atmosphere shifted. The music cut out suddenly. A loud gasp echoed around the room. Heads turned toward the entrance. One bridesmaid leaned over and whispered, "Oh no, she's here." Eyewitnesses say Remy didn't say a word at first. She just marched straight toward the stage, locked eyes with Papoose, then turned her gaze on Claressa. And that's when it happened, the wig snatch heard around the world. Now, before you think this story is exaggerated, let me assure you multiple sources have backed this up. A short video even popped up online for a few hours before TikTok yanked it down for excessive follicle violence. The clip clearly showed Remy grabbing Claressa's lace front while yelling, "You really thought I wouldn't find out?" Guests scrambled to hide behind floral displays. Phones flew up as people tried to film the madness. Let's pause for a second, because as messy as this sounds, it gets even worse. Papoose, the same man who rapped about protecting his queen at all costs, just stood there. mouth wide open, ring box still in hand, frozen like a character in a wax museum. One guest described it perfectly. It was like he left his body. Bro was buffering. Meanwhile, Claressa, who could have easily knocked Remy out cold, didn't swing. She stood her ground, wig in one hand, pride in the other. She leaned over to her maid of honor and whispered something. Some guests swear she said, "Get my purse." Others insist it was, "Get my gloves." And security? Nowhere to be found. Classic, messy wedding energy. One insider even said the security team was wait for it on their lunch break. Now, this is where things shifted from wild drama to dark comedy. According to a guest, reportedly a cousin of Papoose after the infamous Wig Snatch, Remy didn't raise her voice. Nope, she casually lifted her champagne glass, looked around the stunned crowd and said, "Here's to loyalty, may it rest in peace." The room went dead silent. One woman fainted. Another tried to live stream the chaos, but accidentally had her camera facing herself. Meanwhile, Claressa looked like she was cycling through the 5 stages of grief shock, denial, anger, bargaining, and finally, dragging. But don't think the drama stopped there. Just when everyone thought it couldn't get worse, Remy pulled out a manila envelope. Inside, a full receipts folder, screenshots, dams, hotel bookings, the works. She waved them around like playing cards and said, "You've been creeping since last August." Said it was about boxing, didn't mention it was this kind of ring. The crowd erupted. People gasped, whispered. Some even covered their mouths in disbelief. Let's stop here because that moment? That was the real turning point. This wasn't just about a wig anymore. It was about lies, betrayal, double lives, and a man who had promised 2 women that they were his only one. And it gets even worse. The entire disaster was accidentally live-streamed by the wedding DJ. Apparently, he forgot to turn off his Twitch stream, and the whole world was watching in real time. Instagram got it. The Shade Room had it. Lipstick Alley posted it. Even a parody Twitter account pretending to be Remy Ma's dog shared it. Just as Remy made her grand exit flipping her hair like it was the final bow of a Broadway play, Papoose finally blinked. And what he did next shocked everyone even more than the Wig Snatch. Instead of running to comfort Claressa or stop Remy, Papoose walked straight toward Remy. Yep, you heard right. He didn't rush to help his bride. He walked over to his ex. And he didn't just walk over, he leaned in close and whispered something into Remy's ear. According to a guest who claims to be an expert lip reader, thanks to years of watching reality TV, Papoose said, "I told you I wasn't ready. They pushed this wedding on me." Wait, they? Who's they? Was it Claressa? Her team? Her family? Her glam squad? The wedding planner? Rumors had already been swirling that Claressa was rushing the wedding, trying to lock things down before any more skeletons came tumbling out of the closet. And now, it looked like this whole secret wedding wasn't so mutual after all. Oh, and that envelope Remy dropped? Papoose picked it up. He didn't give it to Claressa. He didn't throw it away. He held onto it tightly, like it was the only thing grounding him to reality. Now, let's really sit with that for a moment. Imagine standing at your own wedding, your new wife humiliated, your ex standing victorious, and you walk straight over to your ex and share secrets like it's a private reunion. Talk about betrayal. Guests started leaving quickly after that. Some slipped out quietly, others stayed frozen in shock. The violinists packed up their instruments. The catering staff started wrapping up untouched plates of food. It was over. The fairy tale Claressa planned shattered into pieces before she even said "I do." Meanwhile, back on social media, the videos had already gone viral. Memes were flying. TikTokers were reenacting the Wig Snatch moment. Twitter was flooded with jokes, calling it the most entertaining wedding since Shriek married Fiona. And Claressa? She reportedly left the venue with her maid of honor, head held high, wigless but still fierce. Remy? She strutted out like she had just won a championship belt, heels clicking against the marble floor. And Papoose? No one knows exactly where he went after that. Some say he tried to call Claressa later that night. Others claim he left with Remy. One thing's for sure, this isn't over. And there you have it, a private wedding that turned into one of the wildest, most chaotic celebrity showdowns we've seen in a long time. What was supposed to be an intimate moment between Papoose and Claressa Shields turned into a full-on public spectacle. And honestly, no one saw it coming. From Remy Ma's dramatic entrance to the shocking manila envelope of receipts, it's safe to say this wasn't just a crash, it was a complete takeover. As for Papoose, his reaction or lack of one speaks volumes. Whether you believe he was caught off guard or just caught period, one thing's for sure, the loyalty he once rapped about is officially under question. Claressa stood strong in the moment, but the real battle might be happening behind closed doors now. Social media is already eating this up, and you better believe the internet detectives are putting the pieces together as we speak. Screenshots, live streams, lip-reading videos, it's all out there. And if you think this drama ends with a wig on the floor, think again. This saga is just heating up, and something tells me Remy Ma isn't done having her say. Make sure you hit that like button if you're just as shocked as the rest of us. Subscribe for more messy updates, and drop a comment below whose side are you on. Team Claressa, Team Remy, or Team Papoose needs to sit down and explain himself? Stay tuned, because if this wedding was any hint, the next chapter is going to be even crazier. Trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next.